Well, here we are at the start of a new year, and I can't wait to get there. How about you? I mean, if you're like me, you have spent much of the past 12 months looking for an exit sign or an eject button, right? Like, if someone had told me this time last year what was coming in the year ahead, I think I probably would have crawled in bed, pulled up the covers, and said, "Don't wake me for 365 days. I'm not game." It has been a harsh year for so many of us. So when we come to this point, when we can look at a new year, we can start over with fresh, new hope, confident it will be a better year than the past. It's so comforting, isn't it? But can we be certain that it will be a better year than the past? It's hard to believe that things could get worse, but my friends, it is possible. And we don't have a crystal ball to be able to look into the next year and see what is coming. So what do? Well, we prepare for whatever is coming. One of my favorite pastors, Alistair Begg, in his sermon last Sunday, reminded me of who helps us to prepare for what is ahead. The prophet Isaiah in chapter 40 says, "A voice is calling, clear the way for the Lord in the wilderness, make smooth in the desert a highway for our God." If that text sounds familiar, it's because it's what John the Baptist used to introduce Jesus. He said, "I am a voice of one crying in the wilderness, make straight the way of the Lord," as Isaiah the prophet said. Make straight the way of the Lord. He says to make smooth a highway for our God. Note, that is a highway on which the Lord enters in, not the highway that we take out. And that's how God operates most of the time, doesn't he? I mean, he stepped out of heaven and entered into our world as a babe, fully human, fully God, to bring salvation to the world. He entered into our world as the Holy Spirit who indwells his believers and enables us to navigate through this world, seeking his glory and honor no matter the circumstances. Jesus promises he will enter in again, and at that time set up his kingdom in this world, and we can all look forward to that. But this is how our God operates, by entering into our world most of the time. So it suits us well to make smooth that highway for our King, right? Doesn't he deserve that? So how do we make smooth that way for the Lord to enter into our lives? Isaiah says, "Let every valley be lifted up, and every mountain and hill be made low, and let the rough ground become a plain, and the rugged terrain a broad valley." Let every valley be lifted up. Have you experienced sorrow, loss, grief, lived in a valley most of this year? It's time to bring that to the Lord and ask him to lift you out of that valley with the hope and comfort that only he can provide. Let every mountain and hill be made low. You're dealing with some anger, resentment, hatred for what has happened in the past year. It's time to bring it to the Lord and ask him to help you move that mountain out of the way so that you can be in right relationship with him and enjoy that relationship with him. Let the rough ground become a plain and the rugged terrain a broad valley. It has been rough for so many. Joblessness, hopelessness, loss. If you're in that place, it is time to bring it to the Lord and allow him to move the obstacles that are in your way, the spiritual obstacles of pride and hatred and anger and grief, moving those out of the way so that you can enjoy a right relationship with him. And Isaiah goes on to say, when that happens, then the glory of the Lord will be revealed. My friends, we can enter into this year seeking the Lord's glory and knowing that it will be revealed to us and to the rest of the world if we will make a way for Him now. I pray that the year ahead is the best yet for you. And even if your circumstances are worse than last year, it still can be better because we have a God who enters into our world and enables us to fellowship with Him, to receive His comfort, His peace, His joy that the world cannot give us if we will make a way for Him now. Want to wish you a very happy new year. And if Deep Dive Wednesday has blessed you over this past year, I'd like to ask you to consider contributing to our ministry. Deep End Ministries is a nonprofit fully supported by donors. So if you are in a position to do so and you feel the Lord leading you to do so, would you help us to continue this ministry by making a donation through Facebook or on our website, thedeepend.org. There is a donate button at the top of the homepage, and you will find it pretty easy to make a contribution and enable us, again, to move forward into the new year with this ministry and Deep Dive Wednesdays, continuing to bring hope and truth and life into your life and heart and into the lives and hearts of others. Thanks so much. We will see you next year.